Hello, this is Makeda of the Boston Bidoofs, and today I'm going to be going over my Week 4 battle versus the Brooklyn Mantykes. Coached by Young Kuma, also known as Nue. And if you look at his team, I have all 11 to the side, obviously, but it was really hard to narrow his team down to 6 that I expect him to bring, because he's a lot of threats on his team that are honestly viable to bring. However, I also think that I have a good matchup. So regardless of what he brings, I think I'm going to be able to deal with it. For example, Slurpuff is a huge threat to my team. So if I let Golbat die too early, it's going to be pretty much game over from that point if Slurpuff comes in and belly drums. That being said, I have Golbat now. I was constantly looking at my team, and every time I looked at Flareon, I just saw no use for it. So I opted to trade it out for Golbat, which I'm actually extremely happy to use. It's the second Eviolite user. It gives me another defogger. Has a lot of great utility in like Haze. It gets Super Fang. It's a poison attacker, which I lacked after trading Slowbro. And yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm excited to use it. So we'll see if we can make its use this week versus a Slurpuff. But as you can see with the 6 that I have chosen, he doesn't necessarily even have the Slurpuff on his team, because I feel like overall his team is going to be more beneficial just pure offensively. I don't have enough bulk to really take too many hits, but my offensive threats come in and deal with it really nicely. So we'll see how that goes. Galvantula setting up sticky webs would be annoying. Duraludon is just an overall hard hitter, which could be very annoying. He loves Wishy-Washy, so I mean, there's always merit to bringing that, especially when my only real threat to it is a Zeraora. And Togedemaru, he could bring it in some weird defensive Iron Barb set, like a Pseudo Ferrothorn, but personally, I don't think that's going to be as valuable as the other 6 that I have selected, especially that Weezing. Weezing is going to be very bulky. It's going to be his main way to take a lot of my physical hits. Yeah, so we're going to get straight into my team, starting off with the epic Slowking here. Weakness, Policy, Trick Room. So my plan is to bring in Slowking later in the game, set up a Trick Room while I take a super effective hit from a Galvantula or a Latios, some special hit, because I can't take a Leaf Blade or a knockoff. Well, I might be able to take a knockoff, depending on the set, but it's not worth risking it. So if I take a special hit from a Latios, or a Galvantula, or a Togedemaru, or a Wild Charge from an Arcanine, I trigger that weakness policy as I set up the Trick Room, and then I'm going to 1-hit or 2-hit KO everything on his team. So it's going to be a great late game surprise. Hopefully it can come in handy. I'm excited to see if I can get it to work. But I would have really loved to slot Scald into the set, so it's a little unfortunate I don't get to do that, but it is what it is. 4 move slot syndrome is a thing, so whatever. I'm still excited to try it out. Next up is Golbat. Golbat with Infiltrator, so it's going to prevent him from setting up any subs, which I'm really excited about, because subs seem to really be a detriment to me when I'm in these battles. Like, people love to set up subs, so having an Infiltrator mon, that can status with Sludge Bomb, or just outright kill, like the Kartana with a Heat Wave. It's going to be real nice. And he also has a secondary defogger who can recover himself. So if I need to heal up, if that Slurpuff's chilling in the back, I'm always going to click that roost and see if I can keep him healthy, because after that, once the belly drum happens, it's rough times for me. I don't have any priority. Nothing outspeeds the Slurpuff after an Unburden boost. So I gotta rely on my Golbat to take a hit. And the modest nature is, and the weird EVs are to make sure that I do at least 75% to it after the Citrus Berry procs. Because I'm not trying to mess around with that thing. It is a threat, even though it looks like a little chubby cupcake. Next up is actually my lead. I'm leading Focus Sash Ninetales this week, and the reason for that is Ninetales, it's already naturally fast. It's not that worried about outspeeding most of his team. Latios and I think it's just Latios, or if something is Scarfed, are the only things that really outspeed it guaranteed. But if he doesn't have Mystical Fire on Latios, Blizzard is a free kill, because I'll live the hit and OHKO it back. If it does have Mystical Fire, or if he has Flamethrower and he gets the burn, that is unfortunate, but at least we will trade and I'll get the hail up. So Getting the hail up right away is also a great way for me to break any sashes if he leads Galvantula, or anything like that. Obviously, Ninetales, it can't really touch the Arcanine, so I'm fully expecting the Arcanine to come in almost immediately, and then I'll go into like my Mandibuzz probably. And that'll also help me scout if it has Wild Charge or not, because obviously that'll be the move he clicks on a defensive Mandibuzz. Next up, I have Assault Vest Zeraora, and I know this is like a weird set. I keep running weird Zeraora sets, but I honestly, it's not been my favorite mon to use, but its offensive utility is great. It gets really fast knockoff, really hard hitting Plasma Fists if they don't have something to absorb it, which he does. He has the Crocodile. Also double Intimidate, which is another thing that really hinders my team, which has got really hard physical attackers, is the double Intimidate. So that's why Ninetales and Slowking I think are going to shine this week. But I put Assault Vest because I want to be able to take Draco Meteors from the Latios, assuming he is Scarfed. I feel like his Kartana or his Latios will be Scarfed, which means my Ninetales will be having a good time for the rest of his team. After those are dealt with, hopefully they'll stay in on the Ninetales and I'll live with the Focus Sash and kill it. But honestly, I'm just excited to see how an Assault Vest, like a defensive Zeraora, is going to be able to take some of these special hits from a lot of his offensive, especially offensive threats. So yeah, Fire Punch is obviously there for the Kartana. Knockoff is just great utility that also OHKOs the Latios. Inhale, because it's a roll. Close Combat is also there for the Crocodile and the Kartana. If I'm expecting the Crocodile to come in on a Plasma Fists as well, I can always click Close Combat. But Knockoff's primarily going to be my option there. Yeah, and that's my Zeraora set. Let's see if it works out. The only problem with this team currently is Scarf Togekiss. Scarf Togekiss is a number on a lot of my mons. You'll see in a second the main answer to that, but it's going to be annoying, so... Mandibuzz is next. Heavy Duty Boots, of course. And already unaffected by the sticky webs, and I don't really anticipate him to use Stealth Rocks, but if he does, having the Heavy Duty Boots is going to be really nice. And I'm going to be able to defog those webs and the potential toxic spikes away. Yeah, and you turn out as he brings in something to deal with me, like Galvantula or even Latios. Latios is going to hit him really hard. I don't think it could OHKO me with Thunderbolt, but it can do a lot of damage. I mean, if it's choice specs, it can definitely OHKO me with the Thunderbolt, but we'll see how that goes. And last but not least is my Scarfed Cobalion. He has been my MVP so far in this draft season, so I have to bring him, and he's going to be Scarfed with 164 speed, because anything that he would outspeed, or would be outsped by, if it's Scarfed, he gets outspeed at full investment, so there was no point in fully investing 92 into special defense, just in case. Close Combat, Iron Head, Zen Headbutt, and Mega Horn. Mega Horn for that Latios and for the Crocodile. It's going to do a lot of damage. Iron Head, great stab to deal with the Togekiss because they don't have many good answers versus it on this team. Golbat is okay, but if it flinches with the air slashes, it's not going to be having a good time, and I need to keep it healthy if the Slurpuff's in the back. And the Zen Headbutt is just for the wheezing. Originally, I was going to do a Swords Dance set, but the Zen Headbutt, I had Lumberry Swords Dance, and I just felt like if I Swords Dance on a Will-O-Wisp from the Wheezing, and then I miss the Zen Headbutt, and he hits me and burns me, then it's like, well, I just wasted the set completely. So I'm just going to go for speed. And I have the Heal Bell on the Ninetales for those situations, if I switch into a Scald on Zeraora, or if I get burned with the Will-O-Wisp on a Weezing, I have backups. So, yeah, that's my team this week. I'm excited to see if I can get Weakness Policy Slowking to work. But, honestly, I think I have a really good matchup this week, so I'm not overall worried on how it's going to go. If he wins, he wins. I'm not saying he can't win, but I like my odds this week. So, I wish good luck to my opponent, and I hope we have a great battle, and I'll get right into it. Alright, so once again, we had a communication error, so we did get to turn 2. Ironically, his team was exactly as predicted, which is great. So we're going to replay the first 2 turns like they were originally, and we'll see how it goes. Hopefully we don't have a communication error this time. Alright, so he leads his Weezing as I lead my Ninetales. I really like Weezing shiny. Looks so good. And then we find out he's neutralizing gas, so I don't get my hail up, which really sucks. So then I go into Slowking here, because I don't really think there's much else to switch into. He goes for the Will-O-Wisp. And this is the turn that we DC'd, so... originally I clicked Psychic. Well, I mean, there is merit to clicking Trick Room. I'm just going to click Psychic again just because it is what I clicked. I don't know what he saw on his end when the communication error began, so I'm just going to click Psychic, although I think I should have probably clicked Trick Room. Because he could just switch into Crocodile. He might not because he's scared of Scald, which I don't have, but he doesn't know that, so let's see what happens. Please no communication error. Okay, Crocodile? Yeah, definitely Crocodile. That's okay, though. It is Intimidate. So he might have the double Intimidate. I am fully defensive, but with the burn damage, I really don't think I want to take a knockoff here. I'm going to go into Mandibuzz. I'm going to see what he decides to do, and then I'm going to U-turn out. Because there's not really much I want to take a hit on this from this on the Switch. Even a Stone Edge is a 2-hit KO, though. And I'm not too worried about the heavy-duty boots. Yeah. So, I'm just going to U-turn. Actually, without the heavy-duty boots, it makes Mandibuzz an even better switch-in. Aphrodite. Okay, that's cool. I'm going to get my Ninetales in now. Or do I just go... I'm just going to go straight Zero Aura. Because if he outspeeds me, I'll know he's Scarfed. And I'm just going to click Knockoff. The Plasma Fist is extremely obvious. And I am Assault Vest, so even if he attacks, as long as I don't flinch, I'm not too worried about any damage he can deal to me. Okay, back to Crook. Dookie, okay, that's his Arcanine. Double Intimidate? Yeah. Double Intimidate. That's going to be a little bit annoying, but at least I get rid of whatever item this is. Boots, probably? Shookaberry. I don't have any ground moves. I'm just going to go straight into Golbat. I think he's probably going to expect the Slowking here. Wild Charge hits both of them, but I'm physically defensive on both of them, so... we'll just kind of see what he does. Flare Blitz, okay. Did a lot. But so did the recoil. I'm just going to Roost. If he goes into Kartana, that would be cool. I don't think he will. He wouldn't do that. He'll probably go into Latios or Crocodile. He goes straight for the Flare Blitz again. Okay. Getting this thing weak is really nice. So since I Roost, I think he's going to switch here. The question is, what is he going to switch into? And I think the answer is probably Latios. So I'm going to go into Mandibuzz. I outspeed. Maybe I could have killed it with Sludge Bomb. Oh, he healed. That's fine. Little weird. If he stays in again, I'm just going to U-turn into the Slowking this time. Set up a Trick Room. If he has the Wild Charge, it'll trigger my weakness policy, so... Okay. Back into Togekiss. I think I'm going to go Ninetales this time. Get the hail up. I feel like there's no chance he stays in. Even if he has the flamethrower. So I'm going to get the hail up. And I'm going to go back into Golbat. What's he do? Flamethrower. Okay. We know he's got it. We don't know if he's scarfed though. He's not. Don't flinch. Okay. That was close. But that's why I'm bulky. Honestly, I'm just going to go for the Sludge Bomb here. If he gets the flinch, that sucks. But I'd rather risk the chance of not getting flinched and maybe killing it. Or poisoning it even. So close. That's super annoying. If he stays in here, he probably dies to the hail. So I'm just going to roost. Ah, he's going to kill me. That's fine. Oh, the hail faded. That sucks. But I know he's not scarfed. So... I think I just go Zera. He switches in the Arcanine again. Does this die? This dies to a close combat for sure, right? Even though it's 4 times resisted. I'm just going to click close combat. Because if he switches into Arcanine, even with the Intimidate, it's going to do a lot of damage. Wheezing would be his best switch in, but there's... it's possible. Yeah, okay. Arcanine. I did a good chunk. This is tough. Golbat was a great switch in. And I don't know if he has Wild Charge, but I don't want to switch. I don't want Slowking to take extra damage. Because he is burned. Close combat. That's good for me. Do I knock off? I'm gonna U-turn again. If he keeps staying in here, I'm gonna have a hard time, honestly. I'm too pivoty this week, I guess. He did stay in. So now I can go into Slowking for free. Definitely going for the Trick Room. I don't have Scald. He doesn't know that, though. Jet. Okay. Energy ball? The good news is I don't die to Draco, and Ice Beam's gonna do a lot. Okay, not enough. Energy ball, okay. Okay. Let's go. I just click Ice Beam. He doesn't want to lose the Latios. It might be Assault Vest. That didn't do very much. But at +2, it's going to be probably a roll. He stayed in. Okay, please die. Or freeze, or both. Okay, okay. Nice. That's the main threat gone. Ninetales is going to have a good time now. I don't have Scald. This is my main answer to the wheezing. The problem is he's faster than my Mandibuzz now. I gotta switch though. It's gonna suck losing the boost, but he did his job. He got rid of the Latios. Extreme speed. Okay. Good. That's really good. I have to roost now. I'm glad the tech worked, even a little bit. Close combat's gonna hurt. Okay, he didn't close combat, that's good. Okay. He flare blitz again. That's a little interesting. I expected him to maybe switch there. Let's see. Do I trust close combat kills? Honestly, yes. I feel like this is a free wheezing switch for him. So I don't imagine he would stay in and risk dying. But even so, his Togekiss is already almost dead, and his Latios is gone, so Cobalion's not really that useful anymore. Nice. Okay, okay. That's a big threat gone. This is a free Crocodile switch. But I'm gonna be honest, I'm just gonna do damage to it. It'll also tell me if you scarfed Kartana. I'm clicking it. He's not scarfed. Oh, Sash. That's okay. That's okay. Because he just dies to hail now. I lived with -1, -2. We take those. You go into wheezing now, buddy. Yeah. It's going quite well for me right now. Okay. Now that Weezing's out, I get Cobalion out safely, so I know he can deal with the Crocodile later. Do I go into Mandibuzz to heal? Or Slowking? I'm gonna go into Slowking. It can't really do any damage to me. And if I Trick Room, I get a hit off on something. Maybe I just Ice Beam. I'm just gonna Ice Beam. Something's dying or taking a lot. Okay. Perfect. Whew. That did a lot. And it's lefties. Okay. I don't care about Mandibuzz anymore. In fact, I know I outspeed everything on his team with Ninetales. So the only thing that's threatening Ninetales is Weezing. That's fine. Sheesh. That bulk is crazy. Honestly, I just want to get rid of his leftovers if I outspeed. I don't really care about the Mandibuzz anymore, and I don't want to switch anything to damage. That's fine. Oh, I thought he was going to live that. I thought he was going to live. Alright, I think I just click Blizzard here. Blizzard kills everything in 2 hits if he switches into Weezing. I think I just stay in because I have Focus Sash. He didn't try to set up hazards this week, which is great for me. Please go into Weezing. Okay. If I can get rid of this Weezing... Interesting. It dies to hail. So I'm going to switch into Slowking. Because... I don't know why he did that. And Slowking did his job. Perfect. And now it dies to hail. Let's go. Crocodile, obviously. I'm gonna let him die. He did his job. He did fantastic this week. Oh, I thought maybe I'd live because my weakness policy was gone, but Crocodile's still really strong. Alright, it's gonna put him maybe 55%. And then Ninetales, if he switches, especially, I just win with Ninetales now. There's no chance he lives a Blizzard. And as long as the Weezing doesn't burn me and do all my health with Flamethrower, I should just win. Let me get rid of Slowking. He switched. Oh, thank God. Now I don't have to worry about the chance. Unless this is really, really bulky, which it could be, but I'm pretty sure that the Blizzard's a 2-hit KO. Yeah. That's GG. I almost went Specs this week, and if I had, oh, Ninetales would have been even more of a threat, but I really wanted the Focus Sash. Hail stopped? Kill. Nice. Alright, cool. Good game, man. Ninetales really showcased itself this week. That was crazy. Good predictions too. The Ice Beam on the Crocodile was really nice. So, GG, man. It was a great game. Had great fun. And I wish you luck in the rest of the season. Thanks for watching.